Hello, this is Dave with a mod for a 2010 GTI TSI mod for your crankcase ventilation system for your crankcase. These turbo cars all require, they don't put them on from the factory, but they require such like a catch can setup like this. What I have on my car is I use this piece of foam to kind of simulate what's on the car. This is actually an aft plate, and what it does is it takes the crankcase pressure, under pressure, pulls it out from this side here, and then puts it through this tube, puts it in the catch can. All the heavy stuff is supposed to go to the bottom, and the vapor is supposed to go to the top. And then what it does is it pulls it back through this tube, back through here. There's actually inside the aft plate, there's a channel that's just totally sealed off from the rest of the aft plate. And it gets its draw from the turbo. So all the vapor, theoretically, is supposed to come up here and go in here and be sucked in by the inlet of the turbo. Well, over a period of time in the catch can, what you get is this snotty looking crap that gets blowed back through your intercooler. It gets blowed back through the turbo, and then gets blowed back on top of the valves, which the GTIs have direct injected, and they're notorious for clogging up. And then you have this added on top of it, which is god awful. And then you have to have this put back in your engine and reburned. And I mean, I can't believe it comes down to this, but this is the setup. Well, I've kind of modified the system a little bit. So instead of putting it back into the engine, what we've done is, these are AN10s on here. So what I did was I got a cap for this, and we're just going to leave that as it is, but the out goes back to the catch can. We have modified the catch can on the inside. Most catch cans are just all the way through, nothing's inside of them. So what I've done, I don't know if you can see, but I put a carbon fiber baffle and put a tube all the way down to the bottom. What happens is, under high pressure, nothing really gets drawn back down to the bottom. So what it does is it just cross feeds. I mean, it comes right in here and goes right back out and right back into the engine, and it doesn't do what it's supposed to do. So that's why we made this little mod inside this catch can. And then you just get some Dollar Tree stainless steel scrubbies, scouring pads, and these go on the bottom to kind of catch the stuff, catch the sediment, and then on top of it, it doesn't let too much of the other stuff blow back up. It kind of blocks in front of the aft plate and then keeps everything down on the bottom. So what happens is, you got your out, it goes back into the catch can. This gets cut, and then what happens is it goes to that. This is an air pump. You got the in and you got the out. It goes into the in, and then the out goes to the street. So the rest of this line that's on here will be hooked on here and will go to the street. Now you can wire this up to your battery, but what I've did is I got on Amazon and I got this controller, and it hooks up. It's got an on-off switch on one side, it's got power for the battery, and it's got power for the motor. And just wire it up, and it's got a built-in fuse in here. It's got a little light that tells you that it's on. This is only like 15 bucks. It was cheap. And then my air pump was off of a Volkswagen. It was 30 bucks, and the fittings were $8 a piece on top. But what this lets you do is this lets you control how much pressure comes out of the engine now. So when you have a combustion turbo engine and you have all the blow by and everything, it'll push it out, but it's not going to push it out a lot. So this way, when you crank this thing up, I've already done some testing. If you crank it up probably about not even third of the way, that thing flows really good. And it'll grab all that external pressure out of the engine, put all the heavy stuff on the bottom, and put the vapor back on the ground. So that way it's not blowing it back through here, blowing it back through the turbo, blowing it back through the intercooler, clogging everything up. This is my first mod on this car that I'm going to do. And we're going to see how it does. And then we're going to go to Napa and get the CRC turbo intercooler cleaner. And all we have to do is just take that cap back off and just spray the whole cam through the system to clean the system out and put the thing back on. And we should be good to go. And like I said, under pressure with this, I mean, if you're going to race, shit, I'd turn it up about halfway. Maybe even 3/4 away. I won't turn it all the way on. And you could vacuum all of it out, but, you know, I'm saying, you know, right about third of the way works outstanding. But this is Dave with my 2010 GTI TSI mod for the crankcase ventilation system. Thank you.